Good evening, good evening, good evening. Today is still Saturday, April 12th, 2025, back with another episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. How do I start this? Like I said earlier, I'm trying to stay away from politics, right? Hold on. Okay. I'm trying to stay away from politics. But these people won't let me. This past election cycle has brought out the very worst in people. It also has exposed some people. It has exposed some traitors, some Benedict Arnolds, some sellouts. They have sold America out. There have been many elections to where my guy or my person didn't win. The first time Trump won, when he beat Hillary Clinton, my choice was Hillary Clinton. I was a Democrat. When George Bush won, I was a Democrat. I was one of the Democrats running around here talking about he stole it, the first election. You remember when George Bush won and it came down to Florida and his brother was the governor of Florida? I was one of the Democrats saying he stole it. The election was rigged. I was one of them Democrats. I've been a Democrat all my life. This is my very first time ever voting and not voting Democrat on anything. I've always voted Democrat, local, state, and federal. Democrat, straight ticket. I don't even need to know the names who running. I just check Democrat, straight ballot. Every election. I don't know who the hell running. Never have, never cared. Long as you're a Democrat, that's what I'm supposed to vote, right? And as I said, there's been many elections where my guy didn't win, or my girl. I am not afraid to vote for a woman for president if I think she qualified. I don't care what race she is. I voted for Hillary Clinton. If I would have thought Kamala was qualified, I would have voted for her. But where I'm going with this is, in spite of some people that I truly hated, I hated George Bush, despised him, especially when he got us into that Gulf War that we just getting out of, with all that Afghanistan and all that, especially when he did that. When the World Trade Center, when we were attacked, I was one of those people saying it was inside. No proof. Allegedly, I was one of the people saying the World Trade Center was inside, allegedly. So I despised George Bush. I was saying in the second election, I was saying anybody but Bush. And he won again. And I was absolutely devastated that this dude won again? Do y'all not see how incompetent he is? George Bush was trash, and he won again. And I was livid. I don't think it's only maybe 4 or 5 other times I've been that angry in my life. He won again. I wanted to do something. I wanted to protest. I wanted to take to the streets because George Bush won again. And in my mind, he was the worst president that America has ever had. And y'all just reelected this dude? What did y'all not see the first 4 years that didn't show you that he was incompetent? And I was right. he was incompetent. And by the time he left his second term, he had plunged us into a recession. I was angry. He had put me out of work with his poor leadership, bad policies. I despise George Bush still to this day. I don't like George Bush. Where you going with this, Big Ward? I'm glad you asked. Because in spite of many times the guy I wanted to win did not win. And I hated the other guy that did win. I hated him. I hated George Bush. I hated Ronald Reagan, even though I wasn't even old enough to vote then. It's just that my mama hated him, so I hated him. I hated Ronald Reagan, hated George Bush. First term, hated Trump. But no matter how bad I hated them, I never turned my hatred towards the rest of the country. I never turned my hatred for those particular people towards America, towards y'all. Because despite how horrible they were, that was not how I felt about my country. So with that being said, since I don't hate my country because I hated Bush, because I hated Reagan, because I hated Trump, I never hated America. Never hated America enough to say I support another country that's worse than us over us. I never hated America enough to say I support China, to where I'm giving China props. Never hated America enough to where I support Ukraine. I support North Korea. Never have I. As a matter of fact, in spite of the racism, discrimination, the slavery, or whatever else we've had to overcome in our country, Jim Crow, you name it, civil rights, I still never hated America. I never heard my parents, who grew up doing Jim Crow and segregation, never heard them say nothing bad about America. I've heard them say something bad about certain presidents. Like I said, my mom hated Reagan. She hated all Republicans. She never hated America. And my mom had to drink out of separate water fountains. I never in my life heard her say one bad thing about the country. Never. So I wasn't taught. I didn't experience people that hated America like I do now. All because of one election that didn't go your way. Now you done sold us out. All I see now, when I look, I wasn't gonna make another video. I made a video, my last video was about this. Now here I am having to revisit this again because I just looked on Facebook to where this woman, and it's always us. I ain't gonna even call y'all my people no more. I would not stoop so low to call you my people because you look like me. Just like y'all say I'm a sellout, to me y'all are sellouts. I don't want nothing to do with the way y'all don't want nothing to do with me. I don't want nothing to do with y'all either. I ain't got nothing to do, I don't care nothing about you. So what? Your guy didn't win, or your girl. You think China love your black ass? Really? They over here in our own country discriminate against us. And you dusty ass talking about you down with China because you hate the orange dude. Yeah, I call him the orange dude. I don't like him like that. I just don't like Kamala worse than I don't like him. I ain't loyal to him. I'm loyal to this country who I signed up to fight for. How many of y'all signed up to fight for America? How many of y'all, when you came out of high school, deciding which branch to go to, you wanted the hardest one, so you joined the Marines? I joined the Marines because they were the hardest. I heard they were harder than the rest of them. So I wanted that challenge. Everybody else want to join the Air Force, the Navy. You know, they be on the ships or the Air Force. They don't really go to war. That was all I heard. Why you joining the Marines? Because they're the hardest. That's why I joined them. Well, you know they're going to be in the front line. If something happened, that's what I wanted. Now I got to sit here and listen to y'all. The people who I signed up to fight for? This what y'all saying? I am totally disrespected. And all the military men and women, everybody who fought and died for this country, everybody who will fight and die for this country, and everybody who's serving right now, y'all are a total disgrace to us. The Democrat, instead of the black one, cause them the ones I hear. Them the ones I'm associated with. I don't see too many white ones. It's the black ones because I'm black and all I'm around is Democrats. And all I'm hearing y'all talk about is how you love China now. You ignorant son of a... Do you know them folk will cut you? They don't give a... Oh my God. Knowing what I know now, I wouldn't dare join the military and fight for y'all. I wouldn't give a damn if folk invade this son of a bitch and I will point them to where you live. That's a Democrat. Get them right there, right there. That one, that's a Democrat. I don't care if you're black. I don't care who you are. You're a sellout. Donald Trump got 4 years. This been America since, who knows? What was it, 1776? Well, really before then. It's been America since I was born, before I was born. When Donald Trump was never heard of, it's been America. This been our country. This all we got. And you sons of bitches out here selling out for some goddamn China because you don't like Trump. That's what you doing. You selling your own country out. You supporting a communist China. Do y'all not understand? Hold on. You got plenty of room. Do you not understand? If we go to war with China, y'all think they gonna differentiate us between political party and who you voted for? Don't kill them. They voted for Kamala. Kill that one. He voted for Trump. You think they're gonna do that? You think they're gonna separate the Trump supporters from the Kamala supporters? Or they gonna see all us as Americans? They need to get rid of all us. What you gonna tell them? Hey, I said I was down with China. You think they're gonna care about that? They're gonna look at you even worse. You sold your old country out? The Chinese ain't got no respect for y'all. You selling your own country out for us? We wouldn't do that for y'all. They wouldn't do that for us. The Chinese over there oppressed communist country. And they still love their country more than they love America. And here y'all clowns is. We got it made over here, so y'all ain't got you spoiled. Y'all done got you spoiled. Y'all done lost your damn mind. Black peoples. Not all of us, but 90% of us that still support the party of Benedict Arnold. Y'all are a party of sellouts. You know how frustrating it is for somebody who served this country? To see somebody you wouldn't lay your life on the line for, say they down with the enemy. And you was going, if someone would have popped off, you would have laid your life on the line for somebody who say they down with the enemy. Because they don't like the president. Donald Trump is not America. I'm America. You America. She's America. He's America. All of us are. He is just the president for right now. And you're going to sell us out because of the current hatred that you have for the current president. Your mind don't expand or go beyond that. You just that simple-minded. You're a simpleton. I can't stand y'all. If some pop off, I know who most of y'all are. Just keep that in mind. If we are invaded and some pop off, I'm going to be looking for the enemy and I'm going to be looking for y'all. I'm going to have my scope on both of y'all. Don't come around me thinking you're going to be protected. You support China. Do y'all know how? Any of y'all that's saying that, it's a lot of y'all listening to me right now that feel the same way because you hate Trump. I'm down with China because we battling against. Trump ain't battling China. America is. We've always battled China, Russia. America is. The only thing about it now is the way we battling them is his way of doing it. And y'all may not like him, but he's still battling our enemies. And y'all done took sides with the enemies. Y'all need to be destroyed. Rooted out and kicked out of here. How about going to China and move? I bet you won't do it. I bet you won't. I'm reading. How many of y'all have seen it on Facebook? Just go look. Find some Democrats and go look. Oh, China just pulled a gangster move. That's what I just saw, and I love it. Say China just pulled a gangster move, and she love it. She love what China doing. I want to say the N-word so bad. You N-words. The same, in the way y'all claim y'all hate me, I feel the same way about y'all. It's whatever. I promise you. You N-words. I'm down for America. I ain't scared. I know y'all just talking. Ignorant. I ain't gonna bust a grape in a grape busting factory. I ain't gonna fight sleep. But you get on these sites and disrespect the greatest country in the planet, your own country. Disrespect us. And so ignorant and stupid to think that by disrespecting America, you hurting him. You hurting Trump. By saying you down with China, you acting like you hurting Trump. You hurting all of us. You making me want to do like get some get back. I put it down for this country. A lot of y'all ain't did nothing. But run your damn mouth. Show me where you signed on the dotted line. You couldn't have to get on here and talk about you love what China's doing. F China. And you too. Get it, got it good. Bye.